But I really want to highlight this a very important question that I always get from my audience over here. So how do we improve Facebook advertising ROAS? So let's say, for example, if you're running ads, okay, you're getting, let's say, 2.5 ROAS, which is, in my opinion, should be profitable to a lot of businesses. So what are the other things that we can do to improve ROAS? Should we scale the campaign? What else can we do? Now, first thing first, basically, I do not encourage scaling a campaign when you do not know what is working. You get what I mean? So let's say now you really have a campaign that's getting you 2.5 ROAS. My first question that I'll be asking you, do you know what is working? Is it a creative? Is it audience targeting? Is it a market? Is it a pricing? Is it a landing page? Is it a checkout process? Is it a journey? Blah, blah, blah. There are so many questions to ask here, but find out the why. So if you know that it's a creative that is working, then we need to examine what is really working among these people. Is it because of the people that we reach? Is that which age group works better? Which gender works better? And from there, we get better understanding about like, okay, now then we learn that, oh, this kind of call to action works, or this kind of offer works, this kind of color tone works and all that. Then we can confidently try to create more similar offers, creative, call to action, anything to help us, like get consistent, good results in the future. Learning is the key, when you have a good campaign. So learn. So let's say, so that's the first thing that I'll do. So find out what's working. Then we can talk about scaling. So if it's really working, that we know that a creative is working, and after looking at the whole entire journey, that everything is optimized, then we can actually scale. Otherwise, how else can you improve ROAS? Let's say, for example, if you're getting 2.5 ROAS and your CTR link click is at 0.4%, you get what I mean? 0.4. The benchmark is 1% for CTR link click, but you're getting 0.4, yet you're getting 2.5 ROAS. So you know what? What I'm actually going to do here is I want you to test different creative, different format, different placement. You just imagine now you're 0.4. If I'm able to bump to 0.6, that's 50% improvement at the CTR. That means with the same amount that you're spending, you get 50%, 50% more clicks. Do you think that potentially you might get 50% more add to cart, 50% more initial checkout, 50% more purchase? Potentially. I'm not saying that it's going to be carved on the stone, that everything's going to be that way. But look, you can actually get better ROAS without adding, ad spend. So here's what I think. So let's say if the creative, then okay, now then we test that. But then if you actually kind of examine the entire journey, then you realize that the percentage from content view to add to cart is crappy. Like only, let's say 5% of people who view your content added to cart, then we will be like, is there anything that we can actually do to improve this part? Can we actually, change the color of the buttons? We can play some videos up there just to make sure that people understand how it works and stuff like that. If you are able to bump the CTR, let's say not CTR for this one, let's say now 1,000 people, but you only get about like 5%, added to cart. If I'm able to get 7% or even 10% people to add to cart based on the same amount of numbers coming in, I am improving the entire journey and improving the ROAS and potentially the ROAS and results and everything without adding the budget. So here's what I think. You don't simply just scale the budget, but try to find out and understand what's working, what's not working, and build optimization plan from time to time. So that's what I would definitely believe, that you can actually improve your ROAS without adding new budget. So yes, this is not something that you can just install in your brain and you do it, but it's definitely teachable. So if you run ads and you're really thinking about how can you improve your ROAS, I want you to scan this QR code, and it will take you to my Fiverr gig. Buy me a dinner, then we can actually have a 30-minute one-on-one call to do 3 things. First, I'm going to build you a dashboard uniquely for your business, as in like what are the metrics that you should track. I'll put them in sequence, and I'll save it for you, and that's your dashboard. And once we have the dashboard, I will analyze for you, and I'll teach you how to do that, right? So basically, it's a knowledge transfer already. So with that, as we analyze the campaign, we will know that, oh, look, this looks like the CTI has got some issue over here, or it looks like the, like the landing page can tweak a little bit. So I'll build a plan. Let's say these are the few things that you can try, in the coming weeks. I call them the hypothesis and plans and all that. So you based on the hypothesis, we tweak certain things and we make optimization decisions. So either we change the creative, or we changed our landing page and stuff like that. So basically, you have a plan to look at what are the things that you can test, hopefully to improve your performance. So it's the whole thing is going to be very beneficial because first you understand better about your campaign and you learn how to analyze it and you have a plan. So that's really something that I believe every Facebook advertisers must learn. Getting started with Facebook ads is the easiest part, but knowing what to do next is really the key. That's what you want. Scan this QR code, and I look forward to work with you.